Bueno, ya estamos jugando The Witcher. Es un juego que en su momento, por un error mío, borré todo lo que había logrado. Ya tenía toda la armadura. Esta es, por ejemplo, la armadura del oso, una de para mí las más bonitas. Ya la tenía mejorada y todo, hasta la llegué a ser gran maestro, pero tenía hasta la mejor espada del juego y bueno, y por un error lo perdí todo. Ahora estoy volviéndolo a hacer porque la verdad han pasado muchos años de este juego y la verdad sigue siendo un gran juego, no se cansa uno de jugar y la verdad ahora quiero volver a tratar de sacar más que nada quiero mejorar la armadura del oso porque hay bastantes armaduras aquí en The Witcher, pero la que más me gustó es la del oso y tratar de conseguir la mejor espada del juego y volverlo a jugar todo y volverlo a jugar todo con las mejoras, ¿no? Ahorita estoy en una misión de aquí de Kaer Morhen. La verdad de The Witcher no sé mucho, casi nada, la verdad, solamente el juego en su momento cuando recién salió no lo pude jugar porque no entendía nada. Y la verdad ahora, a pesar de que no sé mucho de alguna que otra cosita que por ahí me informé de la saga de The Witcher, pero el juego es muy entretenido. Las misiones secundarias y las principales de verdad son muy buenas. Y ya que ahora no intenté jugar Hogwarts Legacy, pero la verdad no me gustó. A muchos ese juego le fascinó, a mí no me gustó porque no sé, eso de que crear tu personaje pero no tuviera un nombre, no sé, no, para mí, para los que les ha gustado, bueno, mi respeto, pero a mí no me llamó la atención y quise yo otra vez intentar jugar The Witcher y la verdad no paro de dejar de jugar The Witcher.
Thank you. Seems to be working now. What was it?
Dimeridium bombs. Lambert left them by the beds.
I suppose he had no idea they could interfere with my megascope?
You know, Lambert's not exactly an expert on megascopes, so...
Please. Lambert is mean, not stupid. Enough. Ready for this conversation?
Sure you want me here? Members of the Lodge don't let just anyone in on their secrets, or so I've heard.
Consider it a token of our trust. Now let's begin. And Geralt, behave, please.
Didn't you just say you trust me?
Stop twisting my words.
Kednil Yennefer at Vengerberg. Gwynblade?
Kedmil and Severn.
Why have you summoned me?
We've come up against a curse. One we must lift. It was uttered in a dialect of Elder speech unfamiliar to me.
I see. The words of the curse?
Vafel Elaine, Kedmil Foli, Gledev Don Ebtenid, Bondro Isne Iachus.
Recognize the dialect?
Lathan Undod.
Meaning?
The so-called One speech, a forgotten language dating from before the migration.
The migration?
Later, Geralt.
Take it you've heard the words before.
Yes, in legends. Of the kind that do not end happily.
Can you help us with the curse?
To a degree. Agnes de Glanville's incantation, combined with Elder's triangle, inverted, of course. They are your only possible recourse. But I cannot guarantee that even they will suffice.
Thank you, Severn. Vafael.
That does not conclude our conversation.
What is it?
The time of the white frost and white light is nigh.
And the world will perish amidst ice. I know Ithleen's prophecy.
I don't doubt you know it. But do you understand it? The Elder Blood can initiate the final age, the time of the end, or stop it. Remember this, Gwynblade, for you will be the one to determine if the seed bursts into flames.
Any idea what she was talking about?
Ciri, of course.
Wish everyone would just leave her the hell alone.
Wouldn't count on it.
What was that about? The migration?
Good gods. Did they teach you no history here?
No. Vesemir figured sword work could be more useful on the path. Gonna answer me?
Naturally. One's never too old to learn. The Ensei and the NN elves were once one folk, the En Undod. Then came a cataclysm. No one knows its nature. The En Undod were forced to leave their world. They split along the way.
So if Uma's curse was uttered in this Lathan Undod,
Then it's old. Very, very old.
all in all, interesting conversation. What now?
Finish whatever it was you and the boys were planning to do. Then we'll begin.
Esta vez que lo va a cazar. Bueno, ya subimos de nivel. La verdad ahora con este yo estoy en un nivel que estamos nivel 23 y hay cierto momento que lo juego en normal, pero ya hay cierto momento de que con esta armadura que tengo y las mejoras los enemigos casi no me dan mucho problema, uno que otro, pero es que he hecho muchas misiones secundarias, pero lo que me estoy dando más cuenta que hacer las secundarias a veces no te sube muy rápido de nivel, en cambio las principales sí. Y yo había entendido que las secundarias son las que te aumentan, ¿no?, el nivel. Yo ya quiero llegar a un nivel 25 para hacerle la otra mejora a esta armadura del oso. Lo que sí sé que a diferencia de libros, es que dice que en los libros Geralt casi anda como un mendigo, creo que las armaduras estas son muy... No sé si es que no hay armaduras o son... Porque dice que aquí al menos Geralt tiene bonitas armaduras para usar, que es muy diferente en el libro. Ya en estos días voy a ver la serie de Netflix. Ahora hay una actualización de este juego, ¿verdad? Vamos a ver qué me toca hacer aquí. Encuentra a Eske y ayuda a cazar al... Aquí. A veces me cuesta ver esos puntitos blancos, la verdad. Vamos a afilar aquí. Lo bueno de que te pongas una armadura así de brujo, ¿no? Una armadura es que ya no tienes que estar comprando armas, ni comprando armaduras. Yo seguí el tutorial por un chico de un canal de YouTube que es bien fanático de The Witcher, no recuerdo el nombre. No, tengo que seguir las huellitas.
Must be Esco.
Sí, hay que seguir las huellas. La verdad este juego ya tiene muchos años ahí. Creo que dicen que no hay ningún juego perfecto, pero yo creo que este Witcher 3 sí es un juego perfecto, único por los bugs que tiene a veces, ¿no? Porque a veces, pero sea en historia, en jugabilidad. También me ayudó mucho esos tutoriales de comida infinita y de no y de vender mis espadas para que me den más dinero. La verdad no con esto. Supongo que tengo que ver qué es esto. Ahí está la huella. Un poquito más rápido. Y bueno, y entonces lo bueno de que cuando ya quieres hacer una armadura, o sea, quieres hacerte con una armadura de brujo, no de una de las escuelas, es mejor porque sí es un poco tedioso buscarlas, pero es mejor porque te evitas de estar cada momento comprándote armaduras o espadas, porque ya estas son un set de armas élite, ¿no? Y a muchos hay varias escuelas, creo, la del lobo, perdón, de armadura, de lobo, de gato, del oso, no me acuerdo otras más, pero la que más me gusta es la del oso. A muchos les gusta la armadura de la escuela del lobo, pero a mí no me gusta mucho. Y esta armadura es muy fuerte, es pesada, pero no te sientes pesado en el combate. Me refiero, dicen pesada porque te protege mucho, como pueden ver, ¿no? Aquí la armadura es bonita y todavía falta mejorarla hasta 4. Me faltan 2 mejoras más. En el nivel 25 ya la voy a poder mejorar, pero que aquí está.
That's his horse. What's its name? Scorpion? Beautiful animal. Footprints and hoofprints. A goat. Interesting. Rocks. Tracks end here. Great. Could try to follow my nose. Can't smell Eskel, but there is the goat. Just gotta find a sample of its scent.
Aquí están las huellas. Pero aquí ya aquí. Hay que interactuar aquí.
Bits of bark. Looks like Eskel's goat rubbed against this tree. A clump of goat hair. Ugh, stench.
Aquí. A veces si no apretamos, o sea, lo que es examinar, nos da la segunda. Bueno, este juego ya todo el mundo lo ha jugado. Creo que son pocos los que no han jugado de Witcher.
Eskel's tracks. The nose knows.
Sí, le voy a describir cuántas son. Aquí está.
Didn't tie itself to this stake.
¿Qué pasó aquí? Yo de verdad no recuerdo ya muchas cosas.
Supposed to be forktail bait. Guess it works for witchers as well.
Ahí está, escala.
As for forked tails, bait them thusly. Pound a stake in the soil, bind a goat to it, then hide ye in near to shrubbery post haste.
Brother Adalbert's Bestiary, page 82. See, your memory's back in full, and sharp as ever in spite of your years.
You're as old as I am, wise guy. Don't let the gray hair fool you.
Good to finally see you again.
You too. How are things?
Same old, same old. Another day, another drowner.
That it?
I'm a simple witcher wolf. Don't fight dragons, don't fraternize with kings, don't sleep with sorceresses. Unlike some.
Suma esa cicatriz. Considera esta forma. Estoy tratando de limitarme a acostarme con hechiceras. No.
Fame's not all it's made out to be. Consider myself lucky if I were you.
You're right. Takes a lot of champagne to wash down all that caviar. That is tough going. Shh. Hear that? Incoming.
Vamos a pelear.
Damn it! It's taking off! Hit the wings!
Not scared to leave the horse down below? Forktail could decide to have at him.
Scorpion's a warhorse. A purebred Kedwenny. He'll be fine. Have I told you how I got him?
No, don't think so.
Saved his lost knight once. You know, woods, dark, wolves, the standard. Told him, give me what you find at home and all that. No kid this time, but his mare had just foaled.
Eskel and Scorpion, bound by fate. An enchanting tale.
Mock me all you want. You're just jealous.
Bleeding heavily.
From an artery. Blood's light-colored. The old hen she cackled. She cackled on the fence. The old hen she cackled. And she ain't cackled since.
What's that song?
Some old hill folk tune. Perfect for hiking. My mom sang it to me.
You remember her?
Just that silly song. Nothing else.
No. Por aquí. Claro que sigue por acá. Ajá. ¿Dónde está? ¿Se habrá entrado en una cueva?
Landed here.
Not very gracefully. Look at the tracks. We broke its wing, I think.
Sí, ha entrado a una cueva.
Fled to its lair, looks like.
Good. Means it's done fleeing. Gonna make a stand.
Ya mátala. Listo. Tío Scal.
All right, let's collect the spinal fluid and get out of here. Cut into its back, just below the skull.
Yen tell you why she wants this?
Mean you don't know? And that, doesn't bug you?
No, it doesn't. I trust her.
And they say people learn from their mistakes.
What was that?
Nothing.
Something about Yen bothering you? Come on, grow a pair. Give it to me straight.
You grow a pair and admit she tricked you more than a few times.
That was then. Yen's changed.
Right. Fine, never mind. Let's go.
Vámonos. Aquí también depende de lo que tú decidas. Te sale el final bueno, el final malo, el final intermedio. Yo saqué, a ver, ahora hay que regresar. Este es lo que no me gusta, de me meto a las cuevas. Por acá al menos te indica. Hay otros lugares cuando tú te metes en una cueva ni te indica la salida y tienes que estar buscando. Listo.
Hey, what do you say to a little race? Maybe see who's faster, Roach or Scorpion. And who's the better rider.
Not really a challenge, because I could beat you riding a lame sow. But why not?
You're a lame sow yourself. First to Care Moorhen wins!
Yo normalmente estas carreras las hago en fácil. Porque estoy acelerado ya. Porque me da pereza. Pero acá creo que no voy a ganar nada. No me gusta porque sí, The Witcher es un juego que digamos en esto tiene errores, digamos, porque el sistema de controlar el personaje es muy, se atora mucho. Con cualquier piedrita que diga una cosita me va a acabar el vigor del caballo, de ahí no voy a perder. Voy a perder justo llegando. Ya sabía. No. Lo que es carreras por eso la pongo en fácil porque bueno, acá no iba a ganar nada tampoco. Cuando son que me van a dar premios o dinero.
Good one.
Underestimated you, or should I say Scorpion. One fast mount.
And I overestimated you. If I'd known it'd be that easy, I'd have bet something on it.
All right, name your prize. Earned it.
Had this craving for Mahakaman spirit a while now. Nothing burns quite like it.
Have a bottle for you next time we meet. Promise.
Hold you to that.
Ahora. Es lo bueno, ese sí es lo único malo en lo que es el control del juego, la jugabilidad, ¿no? El manejo del personaje, eso sí no lo pulieron bien, la verdad, porque controlar al caballo a Sardinilla es difícil, no lo controlas bien, o por cualquier cosita ya se te traba y no lo puedes sacar. Pero es algo sin importancia, la verdad. Quise jugar Cyberpunk, ese juego tan esperado, pero salió mal para PlayStation 4, me lo compré después, pero la verdad no me gustó mucho. No recuerdo mucho, que ya hace tiempo que no juego de Witcher.
Listen, everyone. All is in place. We may begin. Lambert, Prepare the apparatuses. Eskel, go.
Last I heard, my dear, I give the orders around here, not you.
Carajo.
I believe we made an agreement to seek to cure Uma my way.
I said we would help you, that's it. I don't know what you want to do with them, you haven't deigned to inform us, but it's not safe, is it? Just as I thought. Which is why I think we should first try another, less invasive method.
What's this method?
Derives from folk traditions. I've used it many times. In 1211, to lift the curse that held the Swan of Povis, for instance. Now take Uma into the mountains.
What then? Will you howl at the moon together?
A bit of respect. You're not talking to Geralt.
No, we will not howl at the moon. I'll lay him down on a gravestone. Come midnight, I'll give him tea made of hemlock harvested from... But I don't see that I need to explain this to you.
In my opinion.
I know your opinion, but I'm not asking anyone's permission. I'm saying what will happen. I'll be back at dawn, with Uma, or whoever hides inside him.
Algunos dicen que no es necesario haber leído los libros para entender el juego, otros dicen que sí, yo creo que sí. Yo no jugué los anteriores porque la verdad no me apetecían, pero bueno. Vesemir se ha convertido en un viejo gruñón.
Vesemir's gotten a bit grumpy in his old age.
That was nothing. Should have been here last winter when Lambert tried to convince him we ought to abandon Kaer Morhen for good.
What good's this old ruin anyway? Moldy walls, leaky roof, and it's one big fucking ice cube in the winter.
Vesemir didn't say a word. Stood, grabbed his sword, slammed the door on his way out. Didn't come back for a month.
So, got the evening off. What do we do with it?
Vesemir mentioned some roof beams in the tower need replacing. Maybe we could see to that. Or we could have a drink.
Sounds a lot better than the beams.
Wouldn't mind a shot myself, or two.
Nothing I can do. Been outvoted. Let's go.
Acá si no me
Do as you
equivoco,
will. But in a moment, Geralt and I must talk.
Ooh, sounds serious. Come on, Lambert. See you in a bit, Geralt.
Acá tengo que hacer una decisión para que Jennifer se quede conmigo, creo. Algo así, a ver. Parece que se lleva mal a ver, hasta me ha cucharado. ¿Qué chavo ocurre algo?
Something not quite right?
No, nothing. I just wanted to take you aside, without cluing the others into what we're up to.
Mm-hmm. And what are we up to?
Sneaking upstairs to make love.
Wow. You don't exactly mince words.
I'm too old to play the blushing bride. Unless you ask nicely. Shall we go? You can rejoin them afterwards. In an hour. Or two.
Sí, acá tengo que ir
Or
con
three.
ella.
I'll hold you to that.
Porque si escoges no, ya no te sale el final que te quedas con Jennifer.
Well, well. Lovebirds decided to join us. Enjoy yourselves?
You heard the answer to that question, Lambert. Besides, not our business. Yen, we don't have glasses. You alright drinking from a mug?
I'd drink from an old boot tonight. Perhaps instead of getting crocked in deep glum, we could do some catching up.
What have you been up to, Lambert? Any interesting contracts before you set off in search of Carradine?
Yeah. Contract in Lan Exeter. Not to boast, but a pretty lucrative one.
Yeah. Kavir's where the gold's to be made. Know how much they pay there for a drowner?
Shush, I'm talking now. So this giant was giving him trouble. Attacking convoys, dragging folk off into the swamps.
And relieving himself on the highway, rendering it dreadfully slippery. You've built enough suspense. Get to the point.
Fine. Turned out, it wasn't a giant. Just a fat forest troll. And a group of bandits were ambushing the convoys.
What did you do?
Killed the bandits to keep the roads safe. Then I killed the troll. Needed its head to collect the bounty.
Pragmatic as ever.
You could stand to show some of Lambert's expediency. Set ideals like justice for trolls aside, keep yourself out of poverty instead.
Knew the sorceress would see it my way.
Where'd you go while you were away, Eskel?
Aldersburg. Hunted a higher vampire.
Oh ho ho. Dangerous horse sons, those.
Finicky, too. Specimen in question only went for young women from the upper classes.
That's like me.
We've no interest in your fantasies, Lambert. Whereas the vampire, even I'm curious to know how you managed.
My client threw a masquerade ball for the city's notables, to lure the vampire out of hiding. I was there too, disguised. Let me tell you, never had so much success with the ladies as I did that night.
What about the vampire?
I'd made a deal with this young alchemist. She really loaded up. Fish tech, vodka, magic mushrooms. Went out into the garden. Vampire found her and drank his fill. Fight was an afterthought.
A fairy tale on gluttony for modern times.
Alchemist come out of it all right?
Fine. Lost a bit of blood, I suppose. Hangover was the worst part. She drank nothing but pickle juice for the next month.
Eventful times for me recently. Kings, dragons, conspiracies. And then, I found Yen.
Yeah, we're thrilled for you. But why don't you tell us about Uma instead?
Long story. I was on Ciri's trail. Went to Velen, Skellige, Novigrad, where Dandelion needed saving again.
He get caught plowing somebody he shouldn't have been.
Right. Speaking of old friends Novigrad and plowing, how's Triss?
Vete a la mierda. No, estaba hablando sobre Uma mejor.
We were talking about Uma, weren't we?
The night is young. Got time to talk about everything.
Lambert, not funny.
Fine. Conversation turned serious? Let's talk. Yen, what do you plan to do with Uma?
I said I'd tell you tomorrow.
So tell us now. It's after midnight.
I'll subject him to the trial of grasses, but only...
You'll fucking what?
Mind your manners, Lambert.
Did you hear what?
Not gonna ask you again.
Sorry. Looking to turn him into a witcher?
Of course not. As I was about to say, I'll only apply the first half of the trial, because...
Because you want to watch him suffer?
Stop interrupting, or I will watch you suffer. To restore Uma's former appearance, we must first... How do I explain it? Imagine a lump of clay. In order to shape it, you must first moisten it, or it will crumble. The trial's initial part does just that. It opens the body to change, so to speak. Only then can the mutagens produce a witcher.
What are the chances Uma will survive?
Not great, but we've no choice.
Unless Vesemir can do the trick with his hemlock.
Might be surprised. Old man knows his stuff.
It'll be the first trial in years. Decades.
I knew you'd be wary.
Wary? That's not the problem. Those secrets have been forgotten. And that's how they should stay.
I'd be the last to suggest you start producing hordes of witches.
You hardly need to. See, till now we had a great excuse not to take in apprentices. Seems we'll need to talk it over.
Maybe later. Who's up for another round?
Oh, I am. But we're all out of stuff to chew on. Geralt, mind raiding the kitchen?
Not at all.
Gentlemen, pleasure drinking with you. Lambert especially. But the hour is late.
No se va.
Don't stay up long. Tomorrow's an important day.
En la otra que yo hice mal, me daba esa opción de irme con ellos,
Didn't
¿no?
listen, did he?
They never do.
What are you talking about?
Samavilla contract Esco got a while back. Good story.
Finish it in a minute. First, some more fuel.
Ooh, now that's a kick in the liver. What is it?
The Gauntlet. Equal parts spirit and white gold. What's that look about? Yen's gone to bed. Time for some serious drinking.
Damn straight. Pour us another. Bottoms up.
Que acá no sé. Vamos a ver. Es que me dijeron que si no le hacía caso a Jen, no me saldría al final con ella. A ver, entonces esa es la... A ver.
So, what's this about a Samavilla?
Snared this peasant in her dance. Instead of being happy, he escaped with his life. Yoko fell head over heels in love. Wanted me to trap her. Turned him down. So he tried it on his own with a fishing net. Bet you they're still dancing a mazurka in some fallow field.
Great story. With a moral, too.
Really? What's that?
Stay away from dangerous women.
Will you ever lay off, Yan?
Yeah, soon as I trust her.
You brave a fire for her. Whereas she plays you like a cheap fiddle. Way it's always been.
Listen to you two goddamn relationship experts. Neither of you's been with a sorceress.
For good reason.
Fine. Leave pretty boy alone before he gets grumpy. Already has that pouty look on his face. I can't stand it. Drink up, girl. To you and Yen. Happily ever after.
Yo creo que voy a decidir irnos a dormir.
Colder and up a nice giant's ass in here. Gentlemen, I shall return. Gotta go drain the dragon.
You and Lambert get along?
In a way. I've learned not to talk to him about certain things.
Guessing that's quite a list.
It is.
Hello, youngins. Got your own little carnival going, eh? Alcohol, my good men, is a witcher's worst enemy.
Where did you dig up that bonnet?
Vesemir's trunk. The height of fashion in 1112. Old man probably put it on when he went courting. Or in the jargon of the time, wooing the damsels.
Men, a witcher's life is not all cards and liquor. It is toil. It is labor. No gurgling babes to wean for us. Nay, not for us.
All right. One Vesemir's enough. Take that off before you get it dirty. And pour.
Oh, I'll pour, Esco. I'll pour. To the brim. 'Cause without vodka, you're as stiff as a bookkeeper in a body gaff.
Ya. Divertámonos un poco. No, ya, ahora a dormir.
All right, guys. time.
Speak for yourself. Night's still young as I see it.
But we're not. And tomorrow's a big day.
Fine. Drinking with my mirror image is just no fun. At least it wasn't last time.
See? Even you can't stand yourself. Good night.
Sí, porque me dijeron que si, digamos, hago mal una elección, ya no sale al final con Jennifer. Ah, no, pero este, que si estaba tan borracho.
Damn. What a dream.
¿Qué? Oye, pero si no puse... Oye, pero si yo ponía divirtámonos un poco iba a aparecer así calato. Digo, a ver, bueno, ahí está ya.
See everyone's up and at 'em.
Take it you had a productive evening?
Yes. We talked about Uma till late.
So I guess you didn't get a chance to see to the beams in the tower.
No. But we'll, get to that, I promise. Right, Lambert?
You can give the boys a rap on the knuckles later. Let's get to work.
Guess your gravestone and hemlock method didn't work.
Not entirely, but I did learn something. While you were out hunting forktails and playing with the megascope, I examined Uma. Notice one thing. At moments of, what's the term, relaxed consciousness, he behaves differently. While falling asleep, he'd pause, awake for an instant. Something different about his movements, his gaze then, but only for a moment. So I induced a trance, hypnotized him essentially. No effect at first, but as he dropped into deep lethargy, I heard something. A sigh or a moan. And it wasn't Uma's voice.
All right. I just don't get how that helps us.
Then keep silent. Thank you, Vesemir. And I apologize for what I said earlier. Have the boys told you what we plan to do?
Yes, don't like it one bit. But I suppose I have to trust you.
Thought we got rid of that table ages ago.
Must be 50 years since I last saw sad Albert.
Couldn't bear to part with it. Thought we might find a use for it one day. You know how old people are.
Sure. Every grandpa out there's got an attic full of torture devices.
Right. So what now?
We can begin. We need only brew the potions.
Wait. Why couldn't we...
Do it earlier? Because the preparatory potions for the trial are strongly reactive. They must be administered immediately after they're brewed. Satisfied? Geralt, make the potions. Here are the formulae. Eskel, take a bottle of spirit.
No. After last night,
And disinfect the tools. Well, chop chop.
Ok, bueno, vamos a dejarlo aquí.
You don't know who's trapped in Uma's body. How did you figure the proportions?
Performed a series
Espero
of complex
que
calculations.
mi
Extrapolated
decisión de quedarme con mis amigos no me haya afectado al final con Jennifer. Pero lo que a mí me dijeron que tenía que haberme ido con ella a acostarme y ya no afectaba nada, sino que ese gesto que me hizo con la cara, no sé. Bueno, vamos a dejarlo aquí y después regresamos.